I'm curious if you think, some of this mindset, is someone born with, or if anybody that has a desire to be entrepreneur can basically develop these mindsets.
I think everybody can uh, develop it. It's more. I think it's more about: are you ready to do the work on yourself? Are you ready to sit on your ego? And God knows the ego can be very strong with entrepreneurs. You know, my biggest objection is, I don't need a coaching. I know. Look where I come from. Everything I've
Yeah.
achieved behind me. I know. Well, I'm not sick.
Yeah.
That is the biggest challenge that people face, and that is what is blocking their change, their perspective on the mindset. Someone told me last one. I don't need to delay. I don't need to learn more about delegation. I already know everything. All
Mhm.
right, that is really arrogant,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I had that conversation with a team that I had absorbed once when I was at Disney, and the first thing that they said is, "Oh, you don't have to worry about us. We've got like everything figured out, nailed down." I'm like, "Oh no, now I'm worried more than anything." Like as soon as somebody feels at that point, it's like, you've got to be thinking about that constant way of all evolution and how you continue to look at things that are going to come your way. And there's this interesting thing with self-awareness, because some people who
Yeah.
feel they're really self-aware, but we had somebody actually talk about this before. There's a balance between that and like humility to be able to actually understand. Like it's one thing when you know yourself, you think you know, but it's another thing when you're willing to also admit the things you don't know, which
Absolutely.
can be really difficult for some people.
And self-awareness starts with a lot by starts with the things that I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, great point. I'm curious here then too, because as you go through it and as you're working with individuals, like what are some of those indicators of that progress and success for them to know that they're moving forward? Because I could think about this in terms of things that are more tangible that you can like see, but sometimes some of this stuff you don't see it right away. So like how do people understand the progress that they're making?
Yeah. So as soon as we go into a coaching relationship, the first thing we're going to do together is determine what I call key success indicators.
Uh-huh.
3 of them, because 3 is a good number. Basically, they are, I was telling you that coaching is a lot about getting results. So this is the way to get results. These are beacons that we want to achieve at the end of a coaching relationship, which is going to last around 6 months, more or less. Sometimes a little bit longer, sometimes a little bit shorter, it depends. And those indicators are really based on the client, what they want to achieve, but also based on their words. So it's their world. It's not my world. It's where I am helping. I am just a guide. So they have to come up with it. What I'm trying to do is that I'm trying to find out what the real indicator is.
Yeah.
Because often, what I see is that they want to work on something, but that's very short term, and that is not the end goal. What I'm trying to find out is what will we get you. What is the end goal?
Yeah.
That from there we work backward, and so if we start get that end goal, we make sure that we talk about and address all those little issues before.
Sure.
Okay. Those indicators, we make them as measurable as possible, because like you said, it's very important to track progress.
Yeah.
And for instance, we will use things like a scale out of 10, or something like one of my clients last year, we look at his calendar.
Mm-hmm.
And his calendar, before we started the coaching session, 85% of these meetings were operational. He wanted to change that down to 25%.
Okay.
And for him, in his mind, that was the end goal. That would force him to go through everything else before
Yeah.
he is able to get there.